Junior, thank you, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. How's the Hall of Fame and retirement and all that?
I don't do nothing. I just sit at home, chase kids still. It is what it is.
Well, we're here to talk about Jackie Robinson.
Fans will never forget the sight of Jackie Robinson preparing for the plate on his daring steal.
And celebrating Jackie Robinson Day, it's kind of hard to do without talking to Ken Griffey Jr.
Here's a look at the young superstar of the Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr.
Bang. Did he know it? Absolutely. Right center on the run. Griffey, great catch.
Put that one on the Ken Griffey highlight reel.
And for those of you at home that don't know, you see all the players wearing number 42. That was a brainchild of this guy. So I want to talk to you about that. How did that come about? The number had been retired, and players were picked out every now and then to wear 42. How did it come about all of them are wearing 42?
I wore it a couple times prior to that while I was in the Mariner uniform. And every year they celebrate it. And I'm like, how you gonna celebrate something and not wear his number and honoring him and not wear the number? And so I called Bud at home.
Called him at his house.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Seeley.
Yeah, I was like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? I said, you know, would it be possible if I wore 42 on Jackie Robinson Day? And he says, we had like a 10-minute conversation. He said, hey, is it okay if I call Rachel and make sure it's okay? And I was like, absolutely. And he called me back the next day. He says, we're a go, but, you know, can everybody wear it? I said, the more the merrier. You know, and he said, I think it's good that everybody on that day wears it. I said, perfect. To have everybody do it, I didn't think it was going to go that far and wasn't thinking that big, but it's been an unbelievable thing since day one.
When you saw and played your first game with everybody wearing number 42, what was that like?
It was almost like Little League, because, you know, in Little League, the first year, you ain't got no numbers on your back. And then all of a sudden, you know, you got the team name on the front or whoever you played for on the front and no name on the back. And then all of a sudden you go in there and when you look at the lineup card, it just say 42, 42, 42, 42. And it was very touching and very special. But it was a little weird because you know these guys by their numbers and to look at them and go, okay.
You were always out in front of innovation. And now we see all the crazy shoes everybody wears on that day. They all doctor it up on top of wearing 42. So I'm curious, had Ken Griffey Jr. doctored up his shoes, what would it look like?
I still doctor them up. I got a shoe coming out next year with for Jackie Robinson Day. I can't tell y'all about it.
You got some swag coming at us.
You know, I always got swag.
Change belt to deep to right center field. And that will fly away. My, oh, my.
You made one simple move and it changed the game forever. And that simple move was you took your hat and you just spun it around, backwards.
Take 11. This one is really hit. This one is way back to right field.
That may have hit the warehouse, and they announced it did. That may have damaged the warehouse.
Where'd that come from?
I wanted to wear my dad's hat. He had, you know, he had a fro. You know, he had like a 7 5/8 or whatever the 8, and I had like a little peanut head, like a 5 1/4, and every time I put his hat on, it hit me in the face. The brim of the hat, so I just turned it around, and I've always worn it turned around. I played Little League games with my hat backwards because that felt the most comfortable for me, is to wear it backwards. The first thing I do is put on a hat, I put it on backwards. I never put it on and go, okay, this is what I look like. I turn it around, then I go, all right, okay, then I put it forward. But the first thing I do, even today, is put it on backwards.